Hello everyone and welcome to something a little different. We're going to go back and visit this game, Cards and Castles, not to be confused with Cards and Tankards that you may have seen on my channel. But we're going to go back and visit this game. This game, kind of old now. They're working on Cards and Castles 2, which is going to be very different. Well, not loads different, but a bit different. And I want to go back and revisit this game. So what's the plan here? Well, this game is fun, but I don't want to have to spend 20 minutes playing every game. So we're going to build a rush deck, which is something I never did before in all of the time playing this game. Back when like rats were a whole deck on their own. Not like this Mystic Rat combo, there were pure rats was the deck. So all the way back then, I never really made the kind of aggro rush deck. And I thought, you know what, that's going to be fun because we can play it a lot, we can test it a lot, because if our deck goes well, we win early. If it goes badly, we lose early. So we're going to learn a lot and fast on how to make that deck good. So we're going to watch some Cards TV games. Really strange that, Cards.tv. It's just so unusual. It's not like watch other games or, yeah. But anyway, we're going to watch some of those. We're going to look for one specifically in this list that took not many turns. So we've got here like 13 turns. I mean, ideally we want things under, I don't know if this counts as both players' turns. We'll have to find out, but 8 turns could either be they each got 4 turns, or it means 8 turns as a whole. But ideally we want to look at things that are under 10 turns. So we're going to see what we can learn from these. So let's go to this 7-turn game of Joseph Stalin versus Annington. And it looks like they're playing, I believe the aggro colours are red and blue. So I don't know what Annington's playing, but I imagine Joseph Stalin is winning because they're playing the more classic aggro colours. Although perhaps maybe there is an option with Druid to do a more aggro style deck. Yeah, this looks like aggro. So playing the Construct, which of course is just a solid unit, but that is going to die off. So I don't know what they're going to follow up with. So red blue is good because red has lifesteal and big units, so you can make something that sticks on the board, and then blue gives you some of the strong buffs that will keep a unit around. So playing a white knight. Oh. Okay. So 7 turns means 7 individual turns, not as a group. Oh. So actually we're looking at anything that's under 20 turns we're interested in. We've got Nikola Savic and I Will Lose, and let's see if they will lose. Wow, this person's playing Pack of Wolves and Raka. Okay, just charging up, reasonably aggressive. We're definitely going to play Salahar Rider. It's just great at clearing off enemies, and also you might get an extra damage. It's like 4 damage on a unit if you end up hitting the castle. Assuming that the damage, of course, goes there. Okay, so it does look like, yeah, they're just charging down, and they're playing red-white. Which I guess is good because of the companions, they can give you easy damage later on. Flame Shield obviously has to be, you have to play some red for sure. Although maybe a blue-white could work. I have to check what buff cards there are. So they're down to 11 health, but they haven't really got much left on the board to show for it. Just going to throw the bear up. So this might hold them back, but the advantage of playing red, again, it's just a, well, not learning much from these constant surrenders. Let's have a look. There's 13 turns. Joseph Stalin. Let's look for the colours I think are going to work, which are red and blue, just to give us the kind of classic rush deck. idea. Oh, so they are not playing Rush. Unless is there a Rush Dragon variant? If there is, I'm very interested in it because dragons are cool. Trading with a Southport captain. What are they going to bring out? Are they just going to trade the imp in? Are they going to hold the imp back? Yeah. They might get a free burn to kill off that Southport captain. They can almost clear the board. Okay, they're going to do it early though. Makes sense to clear off the blacksmiths. And that is a lot of threat. And a lot of board control as well. That is going to help them out a lot to stall that. Stop their imminent demise. Rushing out with a green drake. So I should probably leave this game because it's clear that this isn't the rush deck that I was hoping for. So let's try and find one. I think Joseph Stalin is playing a rush deck and they're playing at a pretty high level. So let's watch a bit more of them and see what they're going to pull out. Wow, Unstable Construct and Church is a interesting counteraction to the problem. Let's see if Joseph Stalin has the answer. I mean, I thought they were playing a burn deck, a rush deck, but it's turn 3 and all they've played is a bolt. So it's not looking promising that they're running a deck that I can learn something from. But we'll see. What do they come out with? Okay. Maybe they're doing more of a lifesteal buff thing. I think the real solution is we're just going to have to be more creative. And we're going to have to come up with our own deck from scratch. And figure that out. Again, just burning away the range units. I guess burn like that is really useful in a rush deck. Because then you can take out the blockers in front of castle. And you can also take out problematic units like range units that are going to make it really difficult for you to rush down their face because you know that they can just sit back and take the hits. Wow, there we go. Okay, that's more the kind of deck I was looking at. And we've got some good options to come back on. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be a problem for them. When they haven't got hard removal of green. I'm somewhat surprised they didn't also put in 2 damage from the Tarius. And then, okay. Oh, wow. And then Joseph Stalin gave up. Okay, maybe they did overinvest into one unit there, but it was kind of late. They, I guess, were hoping for a better hand early on, which a rush deck is obviously very dependent on getting a good opening hand. If you don't get the cards you need, it's not going to work out. Well, we've learned some things, but let's just have a look at this game here, where Red Army is playing a pure red deck. Which is unusual because, you know, you can have 2 factions and it almost always benefits you to have more options. So they're putting a restriction on themselves seemingly unnecessarily, but they are playing at, like, their deck is ranked at about 2800, so something's working for them. Oh, that's a very nice time to place a Tarius. 1 in 3 chance, but it paid off for them. Interesting, somewhat suboptimal trade there, but I guess they were worried about maybe Flamestorm coming down and the Lumberjack being able to do the 1 damage to that spawner. Yeah, a big unit like the Barbarian makes sense. Yeah, always great to have red cards in your deck so you can just clear off those threats. Because if you let ranged get out of control, it's just way too powerful. And also the benefit of being able to deal with Swarm really well with things like Dragonfire. And being able to take out crucial cards like the Armory, which could be making the rats twice as bad as they would have been otherwise. Definitely a benefit. So I wonder why. I imagine Red Army has just set a challenge for themselves to play with a limited set of cards. Are we going to see a follow-up burn? Just a fear. Keeps the problem at bay for now. Northland's Ranger, very nice. One of the cards that I keep seeing in is the like the one that creates 2 rangers, and it just seems like incredibly good value, but I think that might be just out of range of the kind of rush we're looking for. I'm not sure what turn Rush is wanting to actually win by. Is winning by turn 8, is that a Rush deck, or is that a little bit later than that? Which will also factor obviously the cards we choose, because we want to make sure we're using the number of cards we have in hand and the gold that we get each turn efficiently. So ideally the last card we play on our last turn, on the turn that we win, would be the last card in our hand. Because that would mean we've spent our mana every turn very efficiently, assuming we have done that. And then also we've spent the resource that is cards in our hand, where you start with 3 or 4. So that is important to use that resource efficiently as well. Interesting option to just allow the big one in there. Do you think they're going to have a way to clear that? Yep. It looks like it's Essikhan's win. Interesting that they're playing a red deck. It just fascinates me so much that they would play with such limitation. But challenges are fun, and I mean, we are also setting ourselves a challenge of building a rush deck. So we'll see how that goes in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and what are the crucial cards, and more importantly, what are the faction colours that you think I should be playing? I'm going to take a stab at it and try and figure out some kind of deck, but it'll be great to have your suggestions because I've been out this game for a while and I might miss something. I might miss out on a great combo that could make all the difference in winning some great rush matches. If you're enjoying seeing some Cards and Castles for a change, then please do give a like. And also, if you haven't already, then it would be great if you could subscribe to make sure that you see all my upcoming videos coming out in future, which will hopefully be more Cards and Castles, and on top of that, more regular Cards and Tankards content too. See you in the next one.